How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about some of the best stocks to put your money in now. There are a lot of stocks that, yesterday, the day before, they seem like a good value, but now they're right at their very lows. Like, they literally can't really move much further down because they're SPACs under $10.50. Some of them have a lot of potential. And I want to talk to you about them today because I've been buying a lot of them this morning. Now, I want to say right off the bat, it sucks. We're seeing a lot of red, but the best buying opportunities come from red days. So I think this is going to be one of the best videos maybe that I've ever done in terms of how beneficial it is for you guys. Now, of course, you have to do your own research. Of course, you have to look into these companies yourself and make sure that they make sense for your portfolio at this time and all that. But these I'm really excited about, and I'll show you. I've been buying a good amount this morning of these companies. Now, before we get into that, why would I do this without talking about BlockFi, where you can literally get an 8.6% interest rate on some of your stablecoin? So if you guys don't know, stablecoin doesn't fluctuate in price. It's tied to something. So mine, GUSD, is tied to the US dollar. You can see I have $200,000 worth I'm saving up for a house. This pays me $50 a day in interest. And then I also have Ethereum and Bitcoin. There's a link down below in case you want to sign up for it. I just saw BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto-only channel on YouTube, is using BlockFi. He just did a video on it. Also, a lot of other big guys in the YouTube space are using it. I'm using it. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of really big backers behind a lot of investments. I believe $150 million invested recently into this company. So definitely check that out. They're giving you up to $250 as a bonus too. And they're coming out with a new Bitcoin reward card too, credit card. So in case you want to get in on that, you can check out BlockFi with the link down below. So thank you guys for looking at that. And then if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate it. I haven't even taken a shower yet this morning. I've been too dialed into the market. But let's take a look. So Gixxeu is the first stock that I want to bring up here. And this one is kind of niche because it's a unit. So Gixxeu is the Gores Holding 8 unit. I buy it on Fidelity. You can't buy it on every single platform, but it went down to $10.10 or $10.11. I bought it right at the very bottom, and I'll show you guys. If you guys want the link to my Patreon to see exactly when I'm buying and selling stocks, we were buying right at the dip there. You can check out the link down below to that. I'll show you what I've been buying here in a second too. But I was buying this one. This is an interesting one because they have brought public Luminar, like laser stock, and then also they brought Matterport public. So they've got a management team that knows how to do this. They've done this before. And this company, this stock, this unit, it has 1 share of common stock and 1/8 of a warrant. So it offers more upside. And if you haven't seen what warrants are, you can take a look at it. You can Google it and figure it out. But basically, it gives you some more upside. People pay for these warrants too. So sitting at $10.10, it's a really good value. Really, I think I've been buying this since it was under 11. Now it's right at, let's see, $10.29. I don't think this is a bad value now. Of course, it could dip a little bit more, but at $10.29, even if it was just the SPAC itself without the warrant, the low is really $10, remember? So, of course, it could go under that, but you can call and get your shares for $10. So, in case you're interested in that, check that one out. It's just a little bit different because you don't know who they're merging with. The next one is going to be GHVI. I just really like this one, even though it's at almost $14 and it probably moved up a little bit. Well, it's at $13.60. So I've been buying this one all the way down from 16. I just picked up more of this one, and I want to keep on picking this one up if it stays low. I bought it at $12.83. It was down there just for a split second. But this one is merging with Matterport, and I just really like this company. I think this is a genius company. What they're doing will be huge, and I've heard a lot of people say this might be the stock for the 2020s. And basically, you can scan a whole building from the inside using this Matterport scanner. They can show you actually different calculations. They can show you distances based on their data. and they're growing quite quickly. It makes sense. They work with Redfin. They could work with some other big real estate companies too. They could work with insurance companies. They could work with Airbnbs to insure what's in the house. I think this is going to be something that we can't even see all the use case scenarios for yet, but it's growing pretty quickly and it's valued pretty low right now. It was up at $25 a share. The enterprise value is about 2.2 billion. So now it's a little bit higher than that, might be around 3 to 3.5 billion based on the current price. But I was wrong to buy this at 18 or 19. So the fact that it's at 13.50 seems like a steal to me. The next stock is Gixxeu. I had looked at it a while ago. I think I did a video on it even months ago. But the fact is, this company is in a space that I hadn't really gotten into, which is the commercial vehicle space. It's around $11. I bought it earlier and got it at a fairly good deal, I'll say, because I was able to pick up some shares really low. I was able to pick up some shares at $10.76. Now it's at $11.23. I still think it's a pretty good value. You can see some of their current fleet customers: Amazon, DHL, IKEA. You can see a lot of different companies here, and really they have a good part of this market. It's not the semi-truck market. It's classes 3 through 7. So a lot of the in-betweens. So like these types of vehicles, you can see key customers have ordered 1,500 vehicles. So they're still scaling up, but they're not valued very high right now. You can see that their enterprise value was $650 million. And this is actually pretty close to what they're valued at now because they're at $11 a share. So right now they're still growing. They're still a small company, but they're kind of in a couple different spaces in this sector. So they have the commercial ZEVs, and then they also have charging, and then they also have financing. So it might be kind of like a one-stop shop for different companies, which I think will be important as we go along, that these companies are able to, do the charging side, do the vehicle side. I think it just offers them a lot of flexibility here. And I'm a big fan of ChargePoint too, but I want to add some to this position. And then the last stock is QUEL. QELL is one that I've been looking at for a little while here. I bought it yesterday. I bought it today. It dipped since I bought it yesterday, but they're in talks reportedly with a company called Lilium. This is a flying taxi startup. It's another EV TOL startup. So these have kind of blown up, not this last week and a half, but before this, a lot of people were interested in this because it's in the space sector. Now, we haven't gotten the exact word on how this is set up, but I was able to pick up some shares very cheaply today. It's still at a pretty low valuation in terms of the SPAC price, right? It's still under $10.50. So these are some of the shares that I bought of different stocks today. I bought RAC yesterday at $10.30 along with GHVI. I bought ChargePoint under 24, GHVI under 13. I try to give people ideas of what I think are valuable. I bought some Tesla, I bought some Gixxeu, I bought some QUEL. These are all companies that are so low risk-wise right now that I think provide a lot of upside. So if you guys want to know exactly when I buy stocks like this, you can't get much better than a stock around $10.10, a SPAC stock under that amount. So in case you guys want to know right when I'm seeing those stocks, or if you guys want to join a chat room with a bunch of other people that are talking about stocks all the time, you can check out the link down below to my Patreon. In case you guys want to check out the link down below to BlockFi, you can check that out. It's a rough day in the market, but we're seeing a little bit of a rebound, which is nice. Let me know your thoughts, what stocks you are seeing at a good value. Of course, a lot of these are SPAC stocks, right? That's a good way to limit your risk, at least before they merge. But of course, they can fall below $10. It's just they usually don't, because you can call up the broker, get your shares back. So let me know which ones you guys like down below. Let me know if you're buying some bigger companies, like if you're buying Palantir, Facebook, Apple, those kind of companies too. I haven't been buying those as much because those can keep on falling, but I've been buying more of these stocks. Thank you guys. I'll put up a video on SPACs here on the end screen so you can take a look at that and kind of how they work. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to see another video, I'll put it up on the end screen too about ARK Invest and what they do in a market crash. Bye.